Embarrassing NBA moments. The NBA can be a cruel place for many, especially if you find yourself on the wrong side of the action. The best players in the game can humiliate opponents, no matter how good of defenders these dudes are. Just ask Dylan Brooks about his ride sponsored by Steph Curry. Curry is so good at what he does that sometimes he even takes an entire team for a ride. What these guys do with the ball is insane, and whomever is not ready for that may end up on his back. Asar Thompson came into the league known for his defense, but what Tyrese Halliburton did to this dude was straight up nasty. I mean, Thompson at least stayed on the court. Just look at where Anthony Black ended up. Welcome to the league, guys. That was nasty as hell, but look at how Trae Young put Shane Milton on roller skates in this play. If you thought that was nasty, you're terribly wrong. Kevin Durant left people dead with his wild crossover. Dropping people on the court is pretty humiliating, but dunking on people is the real shit. Michael Jordan was known for his high-flying ability, and one of the most memorable dunks of his career happened in Madison Square Garden. In one of the epic playoff series between the Bulls and Knicks, MJ drove by the baseline and dunked on Patrick Ewing. This dunk was so nasty, bro, that MJ taunts Ewing to this day. But if you thought that dunk was the worst thing that ever happened to Ewing in the NBA, wait until you see this one. Jordan's teammate Scottie Pippen was the main actor in one of the most humiliating dunks in NBA history. Ewing, again, was the one to take the crap. These types of moments were usual back in the day, and we're about to see the most embarrassing moment of all time. Allen Iverson was only 6 foot tall, but he was somebody you don't want to mess with. When the Sixers played the Lakers in the 2001 NBA Finals, Tyronn Lue was given the task of stopping the answer. Al had no problem with that, and after making a shot to steal game 1 of the series, he stepped over Lue. Still, Iverson could not win the championship over Shaquille O'Neal since he was the giant running the league. If you're still wondering how strong the Diesel was, just ask Chris Dudley. He still has nightmares about this dunk. If there is one player whose strength can be compared to Shaq's, it's definitely Zion Williamson. This guy does not just dunk on people, he literally grabs the ball out of their hands. Another superhuman who recently joined the league is Victor Wembanyama. We will probably see him humiliating opponents many times in the next decade, and he has already shown what he's capable of. Yeah, we really expected that from Wemby, but the NBA has a funny giant who knows how to turn nasty when he gets the chance. Boban Marjanovic has been joking around for a while, but have you seen another player holding the rim while standing on the ground? This dude made the maintenance guys come in to repair the rim. No wonder he ended up in Hollywood. Maybe Rudy Goldberg can do that, but he's too busy playing defense, or at least he's trying to. The 3-time Defensive Player of the Year sometimes just ends up on the wrong side of the poster, or he tries to defend point guards who have no mercy for this man's legs. I mean, Curry's just too good of a ball handler, even for the guards in the league. Just look at what he did to Chris Paul on this play. Seems like Paul learned the lesson, and he pulled out the same move on Evan Fournier. Kyrie Irving is on the same level, and he has been breaking ankles since he came into the league. Lance Stevenson was known as one of the bad boys of the NBA, but sometimes he could even leave his teammates in disbelief. Lance got away with that one, but he got himself in trouble for just making a layup. There is an unwritten rule that you do not score on the last possession if the winner's already decided, but Stevenson could not care less and had the entire Raptors team in his face. I mean, this dude was so crazy that he thought he stood a chance against LeBron James, and there was one player who even inked the championship trophy on his arm before playing LeBron James in a playoff series. He was known as the Jet, but he landed pretty hard on this play. Another dunk that went into history books as one of the most humiliating happened before Steph Curry took over the Warriors. That Golden State team was known as the We Believe Warriors, but this dunk by Baron Davis over Andrei Kirilenko is hard to believe to this day. The Russian assassin tried to defend that one, but some guys just stood in the way, hoping for a miracle. Gary Neal is one of them, and he'll probably regret that decision for the rest of his life. That is the definition of ending up on the poster, and Sean Kemp let Alton Lister know about that fact after he dunked on him. There are not many players who can be compared to Kemp when it comes to in-game dunks. Blake Griffin is definitely one of them. He almost killed Pau Gasol on this dunk. Giannis Antetokounmpo had the same leaping ability, and he jumped over people when he played the Knicks. Still, the Greek Freaks found himself on the funny side of the story when Mario Hezonja stepped over him after this dunk. This dude was known as Super Mario, and he once blocked LeBron in clutch time to win the game for the Knicks. Blocking shots can get nasty, especially if the player with the ball believes that he has already scored. That can happen to the best scorers in the league, like James Harden. Those types of players can even decide a playoff series, which was the case when Tayshaun Prince chased down Reggie Miller. We're signing out with that block, and before we come back with another video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.